Disney Plus has got a brand new addition to the Monsters Incorporated franchise. This one's called Monsters at Work. It's a series that takes place right after the end of Monsters Incorporated when Mike and Sully discover that laughs are more powerful than screams. John Goodman is back, Billy Crystal is back, but we got a chance to speak to the lead of Monsters at Work, new kid on the block, Ben Feldman, who plays Tyler. Check it out.
Meet the new guy, Tyler Dustman.
Hi.
We were best buds in
We
college.
just had that one class together.
Yeah, but it was special.
We didn't actually speak. What exactly is MIFT? What is MIFT?
Now you've done it.
I'm going to get the deep metaphorical question out of the way first. So,
Okay, great.
there is something incredibly timely about the metaphor of laughter and joy as power
Actually, we don't scare anymore. Now we're laugh power. Sorry about that.
versus fear as power. I mean, it's a
100%.
very simple yet persuasive idea. How would you like kids and grown-ups to apply that particular message of Monsters, Inc. To their everyday?
I mean, the answer is in the question. And I was making that point earlier today. I think it's really incredible to be on a show living in a time where fear is power. Fear is persuasion. Fear is how we get people to do things. It's how we get people to like or dislike other people. And so I think it's a really beautiful thing that this show is saying. But what's even stronger than that is laughter and happiness.
It's laughter we're after.
And I think if ever there was a moment in at least recent history for that to be necessary and to see that on a show, it's now. And as a parent, I've learned that, with our kids, we have little kids. I have a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, and they don't respond to fear. If we get mad and we blow up at them, they just yell back. They mimic us, and then they get worse. and that's sort of the whole world are sort of toddlers. They see anger and then they respond with anger and they throw something back at it. Whereas if I'm upset with my kids and I sit them down and I make a joke, suddenly lesson learned. They understand what's going on. They understand what they need to do, and they understand what they did wrong.
There you go. You're doing God's work.
Yeah, it's what I say all the time. And just my wife rolls her eyes.
So this thing's been around for a while. I mean, Monsters, Inc., the universe. I mean, it's got multiple generations of fans.
Mm-hmm.
And even though, Mike and Sully are there, this is very much your character's show.
Tyler Tuskman, official scarer.
And I was wondering what that was like for you, because they're big shoes to step into.
Yeah, well, I first and foremost, I make sure not to think of it as I'm stepping into their shoes, because if I do, it'll horrify me. Because I will not step into those shoes. But no, it's surreal. It's surreal that I get to even be a part of this. They didn't need me. They've got great people already, and they've got John and Billy. And so the fact that I found a way to kind of slip in through the back door, and then that a lot of the show is sort of told through the lens of my character, is daunting and an honor and horrifying and incredible. And it's all of the emotions.
So, they're making this workplace comedy, and they've hired you and a whole bunch of funny people to get involved. And I've always been curious as to how collaborative the whole process is. Like, are you allowed to improv and make stuff up and add things? Because animation takes a while.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of you can you put into that character?
What's funny is as you watch the season go by, anybody that knows me will be able to recognize that I got a little more comfortable doing that, because this was a learning process for me. And this is my first big animated thing. So I think I was probably nervous at the beginning to do any kind of improv or whatever, but I was so used to it on my show. I was doing the show Superstore, and there was just tons of improv there, and we could mess around all the time. So fortunately I had a background and some experience in it. And eventually I was comfortable enough to do it. And it's tremendously collaborative. I mean, you can't improv with the other actors because you're not in a room with them. I think I did a little bit with Henry, but Bob's and the rest of the writers and directors were super open to it. And there was always a dialogue. So yeah, it was really welcoming.
Ben, I think that's all the time I have. It's been an absolute pleasure. You're great. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And stay safe.
Back at you. And hopefully we can get you out of that book dungeon sometime and out into the real world again.
I like my dungeon. All
I'm
right.
sure.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
They just delivered the new kids had an ID. Welcome to Monsters Incorporated.
We hope you enjoyed our chat with Ben Feldman. He plays Tyler in the brand new Disney Plus series Monsters at Work. Don't forget to check it out when it premieres on Disney Plus Hotstar Malaysia. In the meantime, you can sound off in the comments below. You can also check out our other YouTube videos. And you can tell your friends, your family, you can like, you can subscribe, you can do the needful. Go on, you know you want to.